Welcome to the McDonald's review. There's like a crispy like tenders meal right now. Here's my review so far. I have had a few fries. I luckily am by a McDonald's that has pretty decent fries, but honestly a lot of McDonald's fries have fell off. Honestly, mid. I've had better fries. I know this used to be the king of kings, but I'm gonna have to give it a 4. They used to be really good, don't get me wrong, McDonald's fries. And it's not even a salt thing or a crisp thing, it's just something where it's like this whole meal was $11 because you can't get the crispy tenders like on their own, which I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to like make a meal of it so that you can also try the refresher drinks because that's an option for the drinks. But so this whole meal, I think it's 3 chicken tender pieces, a medium fry. This looks like a medium. I don't think this is a small. Is this a small? No, I think that's a medium. And then a drink, and it was all like $11, so I didn't really love that because when I think of my alternative, Olive Garden, who I rave about all the time, you can literally get like lunch-sized portions for like 12 bucks, and it's more food and better quality. Again, sorry to bring up Olive Garden. I'm not sponsored. I just love her so much. Might name my first daughter Olive if I ever have a daughter. I'm gonna give it one more try. I think it's a 2. Now their refresher drinks, this is a different story. I do really like the refresher drinks. So I've had the blue one, and the blue one's really good, but I do think this one's my favorite. It's the strawberry watermelon. This is actually really good. I would give the refresher drink. I'm trying to remember how much it costs. I think this on its own is like $3, which honestly isn't bad. So I'd give this like an 8. Yeah, an 8. Okay. Now here's the crispy tenders strips. Okay. For sure, let's do that. I also got sauces that I don't usually get, but I'll try it dry as well, and we'll see. Yeah, to recap, 2, honest, well, it's not disgusting. I'll give it a 3. 3 seems fair. Drink is an 8. I'm gonna try it first without a sauce, just to give it its own thing. It doesn't look bad though. Oh, well. That's unfortunately really good. I'm gonna try the creamy chili with it. The thing on its own, oh, this is not gonna be a good sauce. I can already tell. This on its own, I give it a 6 or 7 out of 10. I give this a 7 out of 10. I like it more than just like a little bit above average, which would be a 6. I would order this again. But let's see the sauce. Sauce isn't bad. It just tastes like ranch and chili. This is the sweet and sour sauce, which I've heard good things about. I've made up my mind. This chicken crisp meal with a 3 out of 10 fries and a 7 out of 10 chicken, I'll stand by that, and then an 8 out of 10 drink. But for all of this being $11, honestly isn't worth it. Like, I can show you, like, that doesn't seem like an out. Well, I don't know, I just think for $11, like if this was if this was a small, and this was like a small maybe, and it was like $5 or $6, I'd be like, okay, period. And I know it's like, well, this is a medium and this is a medium, so that's of course gonna bring it to $11. And I get why they're trying to do this. They're trying to show people more of their drinks and their crispers by making it a meal, because you can't get these separate, to my knowledge. But you can get these separate. I've had this separate. It's good. But for $11 and it for being McDonald's, like, I just don't love that. Like, McDonald's is supposed to be like the cheapest of cheap. And $11, like, yeah, like, isn't expensive. But again, Olive Garden, I hate to bring her up. But, like, I don't know. I would give this a 5 out of 10. Because here's the thing. Like, these are good. This is good. This is mid. And the reason it's brought down to a 5, I just don't think I would order this again knowing that it's $11. You know what I mean? Like, I got this to, like, try it out. And, like, I kind of knew the portions going into it too. So it's not like a blindsided thing. It's more just like, I'd rather spend my $11 at Olive Garden. And I feared that's what it comes to. And it's just like, I don't know, maybe I should give it a 6. Because these, okay, let's do a mean of it. So out of 10 for all of them would be 30. And then if this is, you said this is 3, 7 is 10, 18. 18 out of 30. So that is, what is that? 15 is, okay, so it's a little bit more than half. Because 15 out of 30 would be like 50%, which would be 5. I don't really want to give it a 6. Honestly, it got knocked down a point because of the price of it. I'm giving it a 5, and I do stand by that. And honestly, it should be lucky I'm not giving it a 4. Because I am kind of feeling like this is getting to a 4. Like, the more and more I think of it being like from McDonald's, and that's supposed to be the cheap place, which I know they've kind of been trying to take like a turn from that. Like, but it's not even like the best. Like, if these fries were really good, or like you get more like of these, like I only got 3 of these, so I don't know, it just does not seem like $11 worth. So I honestly kind of want to put it at a 4, to be really honest, but I'm not going to, because this is really good and this is above average, and we did the math of it all. And then I think that 18 to 15, you know, I mean, it docked those 3. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with this being, I don't know. No, okay. We're gonna make this the 5 out of 10 meal. 5 out of 10. Welcome back, vlog. We are doing another food review. This time it is from Sturby's. I have very mixed opinions about Starbucks, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it simply does not. Today for the food, I got the pumpkin loaf. I usually don't get bread there, but you know, I'm doing these little videos, why not? Sorry, it's really crinkly. Here's pumpkin. I do make my own pumpkin bread, so, which is my grandma's recipe, but I will be not comparing it, but like that will be taken according with the points. So they did warm it up, so there's a point there. I feel like they give sometimes stale stuff. Now if they ask and I say don't warm it up, that's obviously different, but I'm like, well, extra point if you warm it up. Pretty good, actually. This is the Ice S'mores Cold Brew. I highly recommend. I literally was like, I was pulling up there and I was gonna get the same drink, honestly, that I usually get. So the reason I'm recording this because I was like, well, shit, I'm getting a new drink, I'm getting food, like, might as well do a little vloggy vlog. Also, I'm parked, if that's not clear. But yeah, I saw they had like a s'mores like frap on there, and I'm not the biggest frap girl, but I was like, a s'mores thing sounds fun. So I was asking the girl on there, I was like, honestly, if you don't really care for the s'mores like featured drinks, like I'll probably just get like a regular, whatever it is, crap coffee. And she was like, honestly, I don't really like the frap, but I love the cold brew. And I'm not usually a cold brew girl, but I've been getting into more like richer coffees lately, even though this is Sugar Palooza. But it's really good. Now, here are the ratings. This whole thing was $10. Now we have the Olive Garden thing to go off of, where it's only like 13 bucks there and you get all that shit, quality food, whatever. Olive Garden is unfortunately the highest standard for these food reviews. I understand it's a sit-down restaurant, but I'm happy to do sit-down restaurants like Chili's and all that. That's just where the standard is. Pumpkin bread, outside of the price, so this was a $10, like it was like almost $11, but I'll say 10 because of tax and whatever. Pumpkin bread itself is actually pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie. Now this whole thing being $10, I don't love. This was probably $5. This was $5 about. I would give this, honestly, without the pricing, an 8 out of 10. I actually really like the bread. Without the pricing, I'd give this. Low-key, I really like this. I give that low-key a 9 out of 10. I actually really like this. Now, look at the sizes. For $10. For the pricing point, quality is pretty decent actually. I know this is probably all sugar crap scraped from the bottom of their refrigerator and deep fried and thrown in there. Same with this. But they taste healthy-ish. Or not necessarily healthy, but just like quality-ish. No writing on the cup, so there's no extra point there. Sometimes I'll see like thank you or something. $10. I gave this a 9 and I gave this an 8. That's pretty high rating. So that would be what, 17 out of 20. And then I'm gonna knock it down 2 points for price. 15 out of 20. So 15 times 4 is 80. You know what? I'm gonna give it more than a B. It deserves a little bit more than a B. Because it's like, what would that be? 8 divided by, I don't know. That'd be 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 meal? I'm gonna give this an 8.5. That feels, no, I'm gonna give this an 8. An 8 actually feels very fair for this meal because it's $10. And it's very good, but it's not a lot. Decent quality, but you don't get a lot for your bang. So, 8 out of 10 pumpkin bread and s'mores